Welcome back to the From Harvey with Love podcast. I am your host, Harvey World Drizzy. And today I come to you guys with a reaction video. I said I was gonna be more consistent these days, and I'm a man of my word. So today's reaction comes from one of our favorite channels over here, unlimited content over there, the It's Complicated channel. So I haven't had a chance to actually watch this one. The name of the video is Happy Wife, Happy Life. And with us being pro-marriage over here at the Harvey with Love podcast, it's only right that we investigate these answers and these questions. He usually asks really good questions that require them to think. A lot of times it set them up when you notice that the logic don't match. But without further ado, let me go get this. Oh. Let's get it.
Are women today still interested in marriage?
100%.
What percentage of modern women are marriage material?
90%.
Oh.
25%, really?
90. We gonna.
Okay, maybe like I'd say like 75.
75, okay. What does it mean to be marriage material?
I think
Good
it
question.
just means to like if you love your man enough and like you respect each other on like a personal and emotional level.
Listen here, Beaver. She believes that at least 75%. The first chick said 90, but she just got married. It looked like she got her wedding dress on. I'm going to assume she been drinking. So and she's caught up in the marriage. You know, she just got married, and so it might seem like 90% of women are marriage material, but we're not even sure she is just yet. She ain't been in the game but about an hour now, or however long. She still got the dress on. And leave it to Beaver. She takes Snow Bunny to a whole new level with them things in the front. And she ain't spreading, that ain't no truth. 75% of women, you believe 75% of women is marriage material? I guess it depends on what you call marriage material, what you think a man deserves. We all know these days they don't think we deserve much.
You have to have the person that you want to love and be with for the rest of your life. That's it. That's all that matters.
Not
All that
cheating,
matters.
that's a big one. Being
I
loyal.
think
First thing out of meth head Timon and Pumbaa's mouth, it's not cheating. You not giving me a whole reason not to do just come on. She got a fucking pumpkin tattooed on her. God, you see, like you can't make this shit up. Like, fellas, if you look at what we done turned into. Look what we done turned into.
Just as long as you like genuinely love the person you're with, you can make anything work.
Where are women being taught how to become good wives?
I'd say through their mums.
Not they moms or grandmas. Now we got 36-year-old grannies. Let me tell you, and they didn't learn what you think they learned from their mama. Let me tell
What
you.
does the color white represent on a woman's wedding dress?
That they're a virgin.
purity.
How many women are
So why was her
actually
dress
pure when they
white?
get married?
Probably like maybe 5%.
No, okay. If you think about religion,
5%.
Yeah, she on.
You went to a
Hey, she on time with this number now. 5%. And look, she don't want to believe it. Talk about something now.
Catholic high school or like elementary, junior high school. How like
okay,
no.
we don't talk about re-virginizing. I
What the
want to
fuck is
say a good
re-virgin?
solid.
She said she went to a Catholic school. Maybe that's some Catholic shit. Y'all heard? What is re-virginizing? Somebody educate Drizzy in the comments, because
22.5%.
No, I'm saying
22.7.
5%.
22.7.
How many women are actually
20, she said 22.5%. She said no 5%. She said 22.7. It's amazing that her feelings can be that precise, that particular.
pure when they get married?
Because that's where that number came from.
None.
So why are we
said
still
so
using
without
white
me.
wedding dresses?
This isn't white. This is ivory.
Hey, I like it. I like it. I like it. This ain't white, it's ivory.
Oh, okay.
Hey, put that in y'all book. The Dusties, that's a good one. It
So
ain't
what does
white,
that
it's ivory.
represent?
That I'm not a virgin, so it's not white.
Okay. Do you think people can be sexually incompatible?
No.
Yes. 1,000%.
If so, why would somebody marry a virgin or wait until marriage to have sex? Isn't that like buying a car without test driving it first?
I personally don't think waiting until marriage makes any sense.
Yeah, but like to each their own.
You don't do a whole lot of shit that makes sense, man. Look at this right here. This right here don't make any fucking sense. This don't make any sense. You know, when I was a kid, they told me in school, you know, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, then don't say nothing. With people like this walking around, I could never talk. I would never be able to speak. I should never speak because I never have nothing nice to say. Because of shit like, it's not my fault.
I guess.
Isn't that like buying a car without test driving it first?
Yeah. I think they just like the idea of only being the only person for that person. Like it's like an ego thing for men.
What is the most popular?
It's an ego thing for men that you ain't broke down, busted, and disgusted. It's an ego thing for us that your bodies don't be higher. Like they will blame anything on us. They will literally blame anything on us. It's crazy how that's our fault.
Popular reason people get married?
How
Money.
dare you?
Financial reasons. Because they're 30 and desperate. In love.
I'd say love.
Jesus.
Are men or women more?
Look at the ladies' answers. And then look at the poor fella. Poor fella. He say, I would hope it's love. Nope. Poor fella. I'm telling you, man, these women, they strike under the cover of innocence. A damsel in distress. But your ass gonna be the only one stressing if you fall for that bullshit.
More likely to marry for money?
More women all day.
Who is more easily bored in relationships, men or women?
Women.
If women are more easily bored, why are they more likely to want marriage and commitment?
Status.
If women are strong and independent and don't need no man, why does the pressure of marriage and commitment typically come from women?
They're liars. Because, like I said,
Hey, auntie off the Wi-Fi. She off the Wi-Fi. She either married or she's so far off in no man's land that she don't even give a fuck. She just telling it like it is. We need more of these. Because this is what's happening. Like, ladies, y'all need to, the ones that's already suffering, the ones that's in the danger zone right now, and you hating it, you in no man's land, which our boy Kevin Samuels or the Godfather said was 36 plus, you in no man's land. That's it ain't no man for you. You lucky to find anything. Y'all should tell y'all actual experiences. No, for real. Like, I talk to y'all and y'all not having a good time. But I couldn't tell that by your IG. I'm not saying to be all busted and disgusted on IG crying and whining. But what I'm saying is sometimes when you talking to your friends and shit, y'all should come on off the high horse. And these younger, because I'm telling you, they're going to see it in the long run anyway. They're going to see it in the long run anyway. And you know exactly what you did to get in the predicament that you in. If you can look at yourself objectively. If you can take an objective inward look at yourself, you know for a fact, I do it all the time. When I screw up, as hard as it is, I always look back and I think, what could I have done to fix it? Is anything that I could have done better? I always look at that. And 9 times out of 10, even when I feel like I was wronged by someone else, there's something I could have done. If it's nothing that I could have done to stop that situation, then there's something that I seen. There was a decision that I could have made prior, i.e. get that motherfucker out of my life. That there was more than enough. We just got to look back at ourselves.
I feel like it's really hard to keep a woman happy nowadays because women don't know what they want at this point anymore. I don't think.
Why is that?
I think they have come up with something in their mind through internet and they think that that's what they want, but when they get it, I think that they still, like, that's not.
Do y'all notice like we really living in fucking the Matrix right now? Like, this is what's different about right now than Fifth Element. Remember on Fifth Element you had your boy running around with orange hair and shit and his shoulders out? Like, we got our men wearing hoochie daddy shorts. We got it's a bunch of blue lime green mohawks and all types of blue haired weirdos running around. We done created new genders. Tell me this ain't fucking Fifth Element. We done created new genders. Up is down, down is up. Fucking boys are girls, girls are boys. Some are both, some are all. What the fuck? This and then we got her sitting up here blaming the internet, blaming technology for the problems of the world, for relationships between people, between humans. It's the technology. This is fucking Terminator right now. Like when we gonna fucking snap out of it? Like, you hear people say the weirdest shit, like it's just Facebook or it's just social media. This ain't real. Like, it's only not real because you on this motherfucker lying. Like, that's why it's not real. It's only not real because you on here lying. Like, we got the reverse course somehow. Your phone even telling on you. It's giving you screen time. It's letting you know, like, nigga, you've been looking at that phone for 5 hours. You wasted this week looking into your phone. Some crazy numbers they be having on that motherfucker. Even mine. I'm not finna sit there acting like I'll be looking. I'll be stuck in the Matrix with y'all.
What they wanted in the beginning, you know?
Do you think it's harder to find or to maintain a relationship?
Find.
Maintain. Harder to find.
Harder to maintain.
Why do some people let themselves go after?
I'm gonna say it's harder to maintain. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's easy to find because for a man, all it is physical attraction. Most of the part, you physically attracting. You shut up, you good to go. For women, it's a little bit more, but and rightfully so, because they need to be able to verify resources, that i.e. how much money you make, nigga, because you got to take care of her, right? And so yeah, these two right here, I'm sorry, they take the air right out of me.
Marriage.
I guess because they're not really looking for something new anymore, so they don't feel like they have to impress anyone.
Wrap it up,
They're comfortable.
What is the difference between being comfortable versus being lazy?
I think as long as you're still confident in yourself, you're comfortable. I think once you let your
Here they go with the confidence and the intangible, subjective shit. Let me tell you this. It don't matter, right? Without digging into the Webster, it don't matter whether you comfortable or you lazy if the results are the same. Because some people are just comfortable in the gym. 5 days a week, they comfortable in the gym. It just depends on what comfortable is for you. But I'm going to tell you right now, if the results are the same, if you're comfortable and you're lazy look the fucking same, then it don't matter. It don't matter. We ain't got to think about it too hard. It don't matter if you getting the same results.
yourself go past what you're comfortable with, then you're lazy.
Yeah.
Do you think it's harder to find or to maintain a relationship?
Finna find out, bucko.
Tough question, though. Yeah, hard to find, definitely hard to find.
Why do some people let themselves go after getting married?
Because you get lazy and you order Domino's, McDonald's, Deliveroo.
And then you have a baby as well.
Why do some people let themselves go after marriage?
Because they feel comfortable.
What is the difference between being comfortable and being lazy?
I think.
Oh, do you want to go?
Or you can go.
I was going to say being lazy is not adding into anything, and then also just like letting yourself go personally.
Yeah, like being lazy is just like not putting in any effort anymore.
Yeah.
What is the difference between being comfortable and being lazy?
It's the same.
Same, yeah.
Hey.
Do you think marriage encourages people to become lazy?
Probably.
Yeah.
We haven't found out yet.
We're not gonna say marriage encourages you to become lazy. Marriage does not encourage you to become lazy. You life happens, right? And that's not the cop out. What I mean by life happens, I mean that you just added a whole nother person to your life. Sometimes it's with children, so you add extra people to your life. Those extra people are gonna take up time in your day, time that you might have otherwise used to work out. But what you need to understand is that you just certain things need in the Navy. We had some shit called the never out list in logistics, right? because you don't want to be out to sea and run out of fucking toilet paper. It makes sense, right? You got 6,000 motherfuckers on the boat. You will want them to have something to wipe their ass with. So it's on the never out list. So it means no matter what else shit that got to come off the list, that shit got to get bought. We got to have that. That's the way certain things in a relationship should be. Keeping yourself in shape should be on the never out list for so many reasons. One, this is what your significant other is attracted to. 2, health. 3, energy. Like, if you work out, you're just going to naturally have more energy because you're going to naturally have to consume the right amount of nutrients. If you're doing this thing the right way, it's going to give you more energy. You're going to be forced to get a better sleeping habit in order to keep up the working out because your body's going to need to rest. It's just that one little thing, throwing a 30-minute workout a day into you got 30 minutes. You got 30 minutes. I'm not even saying get a whole lot of shit. You got feet, you got gym shoes, go run. You got sidewalk outside. Go do your mile, 2 miles, 3 miles. Go build your way up, build your tolerance inside the house. Wake up, do push-ups. Push-ups and sit-ups every morning. Push-ups, sit-ups. If you got something you could pull up on, get you some pull-ups in. It's 1,000 things. Start doing something because you're doing nothing now. Most of the time you're doing nothing now. I don't got money for a gym membership. I don't care. You got feet and it's real estate. Even if you homeless, you can run. You can run. Push-ups. Push until it hurt. Push until you can't. Push. Start with 100 a day. Then do 500 a day. You just move it up. Whatever you got to do. You don't have a gym? I don't want to hear the excuse. Do sit-ups. Watch what you eat. You poor, you can't. It's a million excuses. You got to understand, behind every one of these great success stories, it's a story of struggle. Like, some of them, these guys was just born with a golden spoon in their fucking mouth, or they had. But the people that get lucky are few and far between. Most people were prepared when they got the opportunity. Now, maybe you can say the opportunity was luck or it was whatever the fuck, but you're not going to help yourself not setting yourself up. Be prepared. Start today. Start tomorrow morning. Wake your ass up, knock out some push-ups. I don't care if it's 25, if it's 10, you starting from nothing. You did no push-ups yesterday. You didn't run your ass nowhere yesterday. Do something. Inside your marriage, you got to treat it like that. You got to treat it certain things that you need to make sure. See, we don't think, right? So that's why we can't be critical thinkers, because we're not thinking, period, most of the time. We're just going through the motions of life, and that's how life happens to you. But you need to be looking out. It's like a business that don't innovate. It goes into the ground. It's over with. Your marriage is a business.
Ready now, we're ready.
Do you think women care more about getting married than they care about being married?
Yeah, 100%.
Why is that?
Because they want the big fancy wedding and the party.
But they don't want to be wives?
Yeah, pretty much.
What are your thoughts on the expression happy wife, happy life?
I was going to say, I hope so, but yeah.
Why not happy spouse, happy house?
Yes, exactly. What about that?
But the women are in charge, right? Come on.
Is marriage 50-50?
You see, he pointed, he said, there you have it. He said, happy wife, happy life. He said, I would hope so. Brother, I know you just got married, but I want you to shit in one hand and hope in the other one. Tell me which one fills up first.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So. What are your thoughts on the expression happy
Me
wife,
too,
happy
brother.
life?
I think it's accurate.
Why not happy spouse, happy house?
Okay, that's more accurate.
It's both ways.
So why don't we have happy spouse, happy house?
I don't know. It's women who feel that they should just be happy and not.
Isn't that kind of selfish?
Yes, it is.
Isn't that relationship doomed to fail?
Yes.
Is marriage 50-50?
No.
Who carries more of the burden?
The man.
How so?
Well, if he's a working man, he's out in the field more working and taking care of the responsibilities of the home.
They are the sole provider of the household.
We got to protect Auntie at all costs. You got to understand B16 is knocking on her door as we speak. She is off the fucking Wi-Fi and telling the damn truth. And I'm telling you, that might be a symptom of no man's land. When you know that you out there and you know what got you out there, she is flagging. She letting y'all know, like, hey, look, men want nothing. We do want something. But the main thing we need is gratitude and respect. That's one of the main things that y'all not serving. Feminine energy. Nothing will motivate a man. That's why women are usually the muse of these men. Some of the most beautiful artwork, most powerful companies, the greatest triumphs in battle and war from all time have been motivated by women. Why women don't want to use that superpower, I may never understand. Why they've been tricked to want to be men. It's being a man is hard. So then you pick the hard job and you complain all the while. All the while you're whining. It's hard out here. And because you whining, now you mad at a man because ain't no random one just came and sponsored you. So now you mad at all men. So now it's fuck men and nah. But you still need sex, right? And now because you still need sex and you're sexually liberated, you can have sex with whoever you want. You can Uber dicks. You can Uber meets. Tinder, it's a swipe away. You got Tinder, you got Bumble, you got Hinge, you got them all on your phone. You got them all on your phone. You're going to go through and you're going to swipe until you right. And I saw, I'm going to do a interview. I'm going to do a review of Just Pearly Things tomorrow. I saw she had one she put up, I believe it was today, and they talking about body count. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's flat out embarrassing. I know that y'all running around here with 30 bodies on average and you think that that's okay and that it's not so bad if everybody's doing it, but I'm going to tell you the flat, that's embarrassing. That's
and along with that, all the other things that come with being the sole provider of a household. So
are men still expected to be the sole providers?
I would say it depends on background and culture. I would still lean more towards yes in this society. You do have a lot of women out there that can hold it down on their own. Now, those are proven facts. A lot of women now don't need men. But I would still say that for the majority of women, they do rely on men to hold it down.
So then what would be the incentive?
All women rely on men to hold it down to a certain degree. I'm not going to get into the... I'm not going to get into the weeds with it, but what he's saying is absolutely true. Like back in the day, you know, before they can have bank accounts and they could vote, they would have had to attach themselves to a man that could and had, you know, so that was different. But we don't live in that time anymore. And so because we don't live in that time anymore, you're right. She do not need a man the way Granny needed a man. Nope. But you still need one because the problem is you still going to do all the same things that Granny did. You're still going to have children. Still going to have to eat food. Still going to need lights and electricity for the most part, unless you know what I mean, for religious or other reasons. This is a civilized world. You're going to need these things. You're going to need internet and Wi-Fi, all of it. You're going to need it in order for a comfortable life. So you're going to have to pay for that shit, and it's expensive. So you're going to have to work. And so as you're working, can't be two places at one time. You ain't replicated yourself. So who watching a baby when you working so hard? Some paid operative that you don't know. And usually don't have any type of significant relationship with your child. I'm just saying, this is just the facts. If you can't be two places at one time, that's why it works best when we are married and together. Now, there are some strong single mothers that do a lot, but even the most that they do is still less than they could do. And that's just the fact. Men, we go out making these decisions and these choices knowing the opportunity cost. The opportunity cost, what it's going to cost us to take this opportunity. What I can't do what I'm going to have to say no to in order to do this. That's the opportunity cost. You don't understand it. You think that you can have it both ways. We hear that too much. I'm a great mom. I'm the greatest mom. But I work 100 hours a week because I'm also the greatest CEO. I got 2 businesses. Shut up.
For a man to get married?
To have children.
Is there anything a married couple can do that an unmarried couple can't do?
Go to heaven.
So why would a man need to get married if he can have children without being married?
Well, out of wedlock.
I mean, I think the incentives for anyone to get married are a loving relationship and to start a family.
Yeah.
Is there anything a married couple can do that an unmarried couple can't do?
I don't think so. I think it just signifies a bigger commitment.
Yeah.
What are the incentives for a man to get married?
Realistically, there aren't any. Is there?
Show us your boobs.
Oh, no, thank
Jesus.
That's how you handle catcalling.
Exactly.
I love it. I love it.
That's, yeah, men, no incentives.
I love how you handle that. That was great. Okay. Is there anything a married couple can do that an unmarried couple can't do?
No. Really?
Yeah,
like, if
no.
you think about it, no. Like, if you're dating and then you get married, like, nothing should really change. Except for, like, the status.
Should the over 50% divorce rate be a concern of his?
That's a thing.
Yeah.
That's a thing. Look, ladies, the reason you want to get married is for commitment. Because you want to, we just had us video on prenuptial agreements. But the reason you want to get married for to show that he has some type of commitment to you. If you want to have children, the least you can do is be married, is be tethered to this man legally and physically, and know that he chose you to have kids with. And you can get that in any relationship if you trust him that way. I mean, today's world, there is no real, it's hard to incentivize, to say men are, to find an incentive for men. Like I said, to get married, you got to be, it's because you want to build family. You want to, because this is the best way to build that family, and that you can still build it, like you can still build it without the paperwork. If you're going to keep it, all things being the same, if you're going to be there 100%, you can do it, and you're not religious, so it's not bothering you. You're not worrying about getting into heaven. And those type of things. You don't got to get married. To be honest, I couldn't say with a straight face. I would have to know the whole situation in order to tell a guy to get married or to okay the marriage, or to say that, yes, this is something you should just go do. A lot of times men fall in love, and they think that that's enough. It's not. Who you fall in love with absolutely matters. That's just the thing of it. But what I'm saying is, what we need to do, we've run from the word settling, because it's the same as submission. How submission is slavery. Settling is like you getting a great value version of some shit. You getting like you need to, women, you need to settle with the fact that you're not getting your dream man, because he's just that, a dream man. You made him up in your mind. And I know that's what women do. I've been married 16 years. I done seen my wife sit and tell me about a fucking shirt, right? I want a shirt that looks a certain particular type of way, and she get her mind made up that that's the shirt she want, and then she goes to the store and the shirt's never been made. It don't exist. She's mad in every store because we go in and out of stores and we can't find this fucking shirt. And the reason we can't find the fucking shirt, because it don't exist. If it was in your head, you'd have to make it. Or maybe you saw a shirt like that may be similar from 2-3 seasons ago, and it's coming back in your mind, but you guess what? It ain't out. It's not available. And so you have to settle for the next best thing, the next best available thing, affordable thing. Men should be looked at that in that same way. You got to understand that, yeah, you want an NBA player that's a loving thug with a sensitive side and a knack for politics and a money manager. You want everything. You want him to be fine and 6'7", with a 10-inch penis. He don't exist. If he do exist, it's like 3 of them. You're not getting one. I mean, you might, but if it's 3 of them, what's your chances? Let's just be for real. What's more likely to happen is the guys that you are around today, the guys that you've always been around, are what you get to pick from. Now you can change your geography, you can change your social status and move around and be a part of different pools, or if you're lazy as I suspect you are, you can pick from what you've already. These are the ones you already been working. These are the ones already looking for you. It's not settling. It's getting what you deserve. It's getting what you. This is what you've worked for. Wherever you are in life, you've worked however your age is to get there. So you can look around and you can scoff at your selection, or you can change it. It's up to you. But what you don't need to do is go on Facebook and tell us about the shit in your pool. The pool that you fucking created. The common denominator of all of them fucking people that's in that piece of shit is you. They all know you. Them your people. That's your save game. That's how you living. We don't want to hear about it. We don't care. When you start talking about Pookie, your baby daddy, guess what? We don't get no fuck about Pookie because he ain't.
Is marriage a wise financial decision for a man?
I mean, there's tax breaks for it, so.
Yeah.
Should the over 50%
Tax
divorce
breaks
rate
ain't
be a
wrong.
concern?
I think so, yes, but I also think a lot of people now are more getting used to the idea of commitment.
Yeah.
Okay. Should the fact that divorce laws favor women be a concern?
Divorce laws in certain cases.
Her face is killing me, Jack. Oh my God. But as soon as he said she ain't got no answer, she look at her like, save me. You should have said that shit was stupid.
Do favor women, especially with families,
Of course it
but
does.
in a lot of situations they can be just as favorable to the man.
Yeah.
The exception does not. That's an exception. Men winning anything in divorce court, family court, period. It's some outlier shit. We get our ass whooped so much. It's really some outlier shit. You ain't got a dog in a fight going into it. You know, going into the court. Men, we know it's that we try to spend the least amount on the lawyer because you know he ain't gonna do. Ain't too much work he can do for you now. You going in there to get whooped. You going in there to get whooped.
Women typically get alimony and child support. Men typically have to pay all this money and lose half of their stuff. Should that be a concern of men getting married?
If they're confident in love, then they
check his
shouldn't
face
worry.
out.
Right,
Like,
but I mean, do you think that
wait a
anyone who ever
minute.
got divorced wasn't in love going into it?
No.
Yes,
Buddy, mine
sometimes.
working.
If
Right.
people use them.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, if there's no incentive for a man?
Hey, brother, get out. Get out. That right there is a 4 or less. And she just told you that she would get married. First thing out her mouth was money. Now, I don't know, man. I don't know, young Chad. I can't tell by the Carhartt and but if you got some money, brother, you might want to protect yourself from this grenade launcher right here, because that is the worst L you can take. If I'm gonna get half my fortune took, at least be an 8, not a 4. I can't get my fortune took.
Basically,
by no
to get
4.
married, why should a man risk losing half of everything he has for something that doesn't really benefit him?
Well, why should a woman?
Because men
Girl,
typically
shut
are the
up.
ones with more assets going into marriage than women are.
Not in this day and age.
Really? So you
What
think
is-
that most women will marry a man who?
Miss Piggy, shut up. Shut up. Women don't make more than men nowhere in the earth. Nowhere. Not on average, anyway. What are you talking about? Y'all really believe in this woman power bullshit? Like, I'm all for the Wonder Woman movies and showing women in heroine positions and all of that shit. But enough is a fucking enough now. Enough is a fucking enough. You just making up. You aren't out nothinging men. Now these days, and you know what though? Look at her. understand the quality of dirtbag that's shooting for this penguin looking motherfucker, right? She not getting our very best. So you got to take whatever she say and the meth head Timon and Pumbaa say with a grain of salt, because it don't matter. Well, I ain't gonna even tell you. I don't believe you matter with none of these people on this,
Who has less
this
than she does?
episode that said so far.
That doesn't
But
typically
OG,
happen. Most
I
women,
would.
women are more likely to marry for money, and they've done that throughout history, don't you think?
Yeah, but I think times are changing and women are getting more opportunities.
Shut
Do you
the
think
fuck
that
up.
hypergamy, also known as marrying up, is learned or natural behavior?
I was gonna say natural.
That's
It depends on.
It's societal.
I was gonna say it depends on how
Societal.
you're raised.
Hey, did they make that shit up? Is societal a word? I got to Google that shit.
Well, no, because you're like your type is based off of what society tells you your type is.
Do you think that the Cinderella story or romantic comedies have had any influence?
A little bit.
No, 100%.
I mean, don't women want to marry a rich prince?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so aren't women kind of like encouraged to like look for the highest, status guy they can find?
But I feel like there's a lot of women out there that want to be like bigger for themselves and don't want to be like belittled by a man. So why?
And don't want to be. Then what I tell you about that tone? Whenever they go on their feminist bullshit, they get that stupid ass tone. We got to start talking retarded.
Would you put yourself in the perspective of like they're doing better than you?
Is asking to sign a prenup considered insulting?
No, I don't think so. I think prenup should be
You see how they are? They shaking their head no until they see a prenup in their face. Oh my God. How dare you?
discussed between every couple.
Why wouldn't a woman be in favor of a prenup to reassure her man that she's not marrying him for his money?
I guess she doesn't want to seem like a gold digger.
So wouldn't it make more sense for a woman to be the first one to bring up a prenup?
Yeah, they should.
So why don't they?
I guess they're trying to save face and not seem as a gold.
Because it's on their mind. As soon as they start dating a motherfucker and they realize he got money, as soon as you pull it up in the Maserati, she do. Prenup was on her mind. You know what I'm saying? It's not even like it's in the back of it's a ghost in the back of the closet. It's like in her face all the time. And the more and more serious y'all get, the more and more it looms on her mind. And then when you finally get to the point, she's like, oh, well, that's why if you hadn't said anything about the prenup up until you propose, then once you propose, she says yes, and then you try to bring it up, she's going to act so disrespected because she felt like she got across the finish line. She thought she slid by that one. Oh, he asked me to marry him and didn't even bring up a prenup. So after that, it's going to be kind of sticky because now she signed under duress. I'm telling you, man, if you gonna protect yourself at all times, you got assets going into it. You need to let her know, hey, I'm having already, and I'm gonna keep having after you decide to jump ship. That's okay to say.
When it comes to relationships, why won't women go half on anything financial except divorce?
Technology and culture. Women are pretty much trained through technology and Instagram and stuff to.
We are blaming tech. This is Fifth Element. This is Fifth Element. A full-grown man, graying his beard, is blaming the computer for having control over his women. Hey, y'all laughed at Kanye when Kanye said, IG got your bitch. That's what he say. Hey, Instagram got your bitch. The internet got your bitch.
You have the guy cover everything. The thing is that some of these guys are doing it.
No, I think that's starting to change.
How so?
Like, personally, I know a lot of my friends have started, like, when they go out with their boyfriends, they split everything 50-50. Like, they'll get separate checks. Even if they've been dating for 5, 6, 7 years, they'll split everything 50-50.
I'm the kind of person that just likes to buy everything because it's
like,
how
I feel guilty.
show my appreciation.
What a time to be alive. Like I said, I'm traditional. I was raised, I just pay. It's not no blue pill bullshit, no simp shit, none of that. I just pay. We going on a date, I want to be able to control the environment. I don't want anything to mess with the mood and the vibe, not the bill, not nothing. So we eat at an expensive restaurant instead of me worrying about when it comes, do she got her half? Do I got to make it look? Just Just get the whole thing, bucko. You gotta pay to play. I don't know how to tell y'all this. Sometimes you're gonna get taken advantage of. You just gotta pay to play. It's a fact. You should vet them better before we gotta vet them before we take them on dates. If losing money is what we worried about, if that's what's paramount to you, is wasting your funds, then for one, maybe you shouldn't be dating so often, so much. You know what I'm saying? So if you vet them, you taking your time to vet these motherfuckers. You shouldn't be going on $400 dates every week with different broads and getting because you playing a numbers game. Look, you got to have money to play like that. You got to have money to play like that, brother. Hey, do not be shamed.
I also feel guilty. Yeah.
They don't want to pay that bill either. Just FYI. Just FYI. I know y'all say y'all not doing it just to get no ass, but you ain't getting no ass from no girl that paid half on the bill. I mean, maybe. I mean, Chad and Tyrone, Pookie and Ray Ray, they tend to do that shit. So I don't know. What a time to be alive, fellas. What a time to be alive.
If a guy gives you an engagement ring and he calls off the engagement, should you give the ring back?
Yes.
Depends on what the guy did.
Depends on what the guy
If he cheated,
did.
no.
If a guy gives you an engagement ring and you call off the engagement, should you give the ring back?
Yes.
If a guy gives you an
My stance on this, hey, do what you want to do. But if that man gave you that ring to get married to him, and I don't give a fuck what the reason is that you don't want to get married, you no longer want to get married, give it back to him. It was a ring for engagement. You go to court and they lose that one all the time. That's one of the very few ones that they lose a lot because I gave you that ring because we were going to get married. We are no longer going to get married. Give me my shit back. You broke the promise.
engagement ring and he calls off the engagement, should you give the ring back?
No. Yes.
Also, if she don't give it back, I'm not taking her to court. I don't give a fuck. Like I said, I did. I personally, like I said, that's just, you got to pay to play. If you gave a chick a ring and then fucked it up in a way, or even if she screwed you, if she tricked you, like, hey, be happy that she just got away with that ring and not half your shit.
Oh, if he calls off the engagement ring, that's yours.
The engagement ring?
It's yours.
All right. If a guy gives you an engagement ring and you call off the engagement, should you give the ring back?
Yes. I think it goes both ways.
No, because if he's the one that calls off the wedding after giving it to you, that's not a you choice and it's considered a gift. What you do with that at that
me
point,
personally, I give it back.
Well,
I wouldn't.
Thank you.
If marriage is supposed to be an equal partnership, why does a woman get an expensive engagement ring but a man doesn't?
I mean,
I think
that's just like systemic.
Because women are
like,
broke.
That's just
Tell the
last
truth. You're
1,000
broke.
years.
But like I feel like the man's wedding ring is the one that is more expensive than the female
And
wedding
it's more
ring.
symbolic, but you know what I find funny is that men don't wear their wedding rings.
That is also
a lot
true.
of men don't.
Actually, related to that, why is it that a woman will wear a fake wedding ring to repel men, but a man will wear a fake wedding ring to attract women?
You know what's so funny? I'm wearing one right now.
Why is that?
I think it just is like.
Ma'am, that's not a fake wedding ring. That's just a ring on your wedding finger. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if a man see a ring that petty on your goddamn finger, you might as well be single. you might as well be single. Because that say that you still looking. Especially
For
when
me,
a strip
like,
drunk.
it's just a thing to like keep the weirdos away.
Right,
Weirdos.
but are you aware that the opposite is true for men?
Me personally, not. Like I can see it in like other women because it's just kind of that. It's more of the factor of like you can get what somebody else has, and like sometimes like that feels good. Like you always want to come out like the winner,
Why would
if that
that
makes
feel
sense.
good?
Yeah, you always
And so it's competition, and like if you feel like you're doing better than somebody and you can get what they have.
Ladies, is that true? Dusty's front of the congregation right now. I need answers. As the side, you feel like you won because you got something that somebody else has. That's why other women, that's why your girl is so mad, because they on the Wi-Fi. And so like how she thinks she won, your girl thinks she lost, huh? Maybe that's what it is. Because, ladies, let me tell you this. That ain't how men look at it. You not winning. The winner is the one with the bank, the bank cards and the mortgage and the cars and all of that shit. That's the one the one that's getting dick and nothing. I don't know how you feel like you could be how those. She said not her. She said not her. I don't know how women feel like they could be the lead. They could be the winner. I mean, like,
it feels good, but for me, it's just like, nah, like, don't talk to me. You're in a committed relationship. I'm good.
Do you think it's true that women generally want what they can't have?
Yes.
Yes.
So then wouldn't you say that chasing women is terrible advice for men?
absolutely.
Yes.
Because if he chases you, he's telling you, you can have me.
I think a lot of women will want what they can't have, but a lot of men will not take a no from a woman that they would respect it from a man.
Yeah.
What?
Why are there women quick to reject a man that lives with his mom, but quick to accept a man that lives with his wife?
Because women suck.
I guess because there's a stigma if you live with your mom, then you're a bum, but I don't believe that, but a lot of women think that.
Would women prefer to be the emperor's mistress or the peasant's wife?
Probably the emperor's mistress, because I guess it's like a higher...
So women would rather share a high-value man with another woman than have an average man all to herself?
I feel like a lot of women would want that, probably, most likely.
It sounds like most women are gold
Answer the
diggers,
question,
huh?
I guess, right?
There's a lot of those out here.
Is giving birth more of a privilege or burden for women?
Burden.
Is providing for a family more of a privilege or burden for men?
A privilege.
How likely are men to leave if their wife can't bear children?
Most likely.
How likely
Very.
are women to stay if their man can't provide?
Not very.
Not likely. Nah.
Can we conclude that providing is more of a burden for men because women are less likely to stay?
Yes.
Can we conclude that providing is more of a burden for men because women are less likely to stay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't marriage vows say for richer, for poorer, and sickness and in health?
Yes.
Damn that.
A lot of people don't abide by that.
They added one. They don't care about that shit. That go right over their head. But they added one that you didn't hear. Until he gets some ass. You is out of there, bucko. You get some ass, and that is you are out of there.
Why do so many women feel the need to proudly announce that they don't need men when plenty of women still want men?
Because
I
we
think
don't need
because women have been in a position.
Because we don't need them. She had to say, you ain't never fucking getting one of yourself. Come on now. You worried about cheating and you big as all outdoors with a fucking pumpkin on your shoulder. That's a big ass fucking pumpkin, but not nearly big enough to cover from here to here. Look at the real estate from here to here. Look at that. You big as... You got your original chin, the one God gave you. And then you got your... You know what I mean? And I know this area right here at the right angle is 4-5 different chins, bucko. You got a whole lot more shit. Then look at this one. She eating her food. She eating her food. Because Septon Pearson, I'm telling you, we in fucking Fifth Element. I'm telling you, this is fucking Judge Dredd, fucking Demolition Man style shit we got going on right here. We got these larger than life birds blaming the internet, blaming technology for what's going on. Look at this. Look at
For so long where they couldn't do anything without a husband that it finally feels freeing that they don't need one.
I'm guilty of that.
I think it's an ego thing.
Of course she's guilty of that because she's pretty and fucking broke. I guarantee, I don't know her life. If I was a betting man, she works in retail, does lashes, waitress, $17 an hour. Maximum. Maybe if she makes more, if her lash career is actually booming, if she got a little following or some shit like that, or she good at her job or some shit like that. But that's very far and few between. I personally know a couple lash techs that get to the bag. So I know that there's some money that could be made. But anything outside of that, or maybe if she do hair or some shit like that, because I know them cosmetologists, they be charging some shit. So Theoretic, she ain't making no goddamn money. Just pretty and broke. And they always screaming they don't need no man because that's exactly what they fucking need. The same one screaming, I don't need no man sliding her DMs, King. She gonna ask you for some money before Friday. She gonna ask you, she gonna have a sob story for you, pimp. Them pretty broke ones be the most beggingest ones, and they used to getting it, so they gonna act unusual when you tell them no. Block her.
What purpose does that serve?
I think it just makes you feel better about yourself.
Because like men have this really bad habit, no offense to men, of tearing women down. And so then when you're like, I don't need a man, you're basically just being like, I don't need to take.
You just really don't need one then. Just really don't need one then. But what I'm saying is if you making that $17 an hour, you broke down, busted, and disgusted. You rather out there talking about I don't need no man, ain't helping you out. Y'all all understand that men, you think it's for our ego, but we are attracted to a damsel in distress because it's something that somewhere we can help. We want to help. We want to be of service to our woman. So if we see, her car's fucked up and I can fix cars, or I got the bag to fix the cars or something, and she means that much to me, I want to go and make this better for her. So that she can see, I want to make, I don't want you to, like the 50-50 boys, that's why I don't be on the 50-50 shit, is because I don't want you to worry about the rent. I want to take that from you. I don't want you to worry about the light. I don't want you to worry about shit. I want to take that from you if I can do that. I don't want you to go to work and worry about that shit. If I love you, if I really want you to be that's what I want. When we go out on a date, that's why I'm going to get the fucking tab, because I don't want you to worry about that shit. We enjoying ourselves. It ain't nothing enjoying when you get a negative in your bank account and you trying to figure it out. Oh, this nigga like go to nice restaurants and now I got to pay $200. Nah, just pay the shit, bro. It's just, if you love her, if she's worth it, she's worth it. And I'm going to tell you this, if you can't afford it, you shouldn't be going nowhere you cannot afford. If it's going to hurt you, my brother, then don't do it. Sometimes there's a such thing as being too broke to date. It's a fact. You can be too broke to date, fellas. And you might find a girl that truly understands that you too broke, and them the type of ones that you marry. But at the same time, if she truly wants to be there for you and it's not about the what comes with you, then she'll be fine. She'll be fine with you, with y'all, having picnics on the beach as opposed with some homemade sandwiches than opposed to going out to Ruth Chris or Javier's and spending all your goddamn money up because you ain't got that money to spend. But you got to make sure that we can all do better if we just follow one rule. Like people who like you. Like people who like you. And like a lot of y'all problems, especially females, is you don't like who like you. You like the motherfuckers who don't like you. But what you don't understand about men is that even the men who don't like you will fuck you. They'll line up to do it. They'll waste time. They'll spend money to do it. And you'll take that as, oh, he really likes me. No, he really got it. He really got it, man. So he don't care. He don't fucking body like you. So you got 3 minutes from the back and he got up out of there. Hey, women, y'all need to be advised too.
Like the bullshit that men give me.
Yeah, I have a tattoo on my back that says you're much more than that, and it's basically just saying that women are perceived more as a body or a pretty face.
I got a tattoo on my back that say you much more than that.
So it just is a nice reminder. So I think it's more of that aspect.
If women often objectify men financially and see them as success objects, why is it wrong for men to objectify women sexually and see them as sex objects?
Because women want their cake and they eat it too and want to complain about everything and male bash.
So what advice would you give to the men who don't trust women?
Keep your guards up.
She said, keep your guards up. Keep your guards up. So that was another one, man. That's, like I said, he got unlimited content over there. So whenever I don't know what the next video is going to do, we going to peruse on over to we need to. Oh, see, look, I'm going to plug him anyway. We need to talk, shout out. He had a powerful stream on Friday, but we're not talking about him right now. Who we was talking about was the It's Complicated channel. So I'm gonna leave the link to the description in the description for the It's Complicated channel. Go over there and give him a subscribe on your way out of here. But it wasn't anything to learn today. I don't know. I mean, happy spouse, happy house works a lot better than happy wife, happy life. Women, y'all always telling us how simple men are. We simple minded. We so simple. Make us happy. Our next episode, we gonna go over over Just Pearly things. She did a interview. It was like a 2-hour podcast on body count. We're not gonna go over the whole 2 hours, but we'll leave a link in the description of that video. We just gonna go over maybe the first like 25 minutes because you see how I can drag out 15-minute video, 16-minute video, and we had an hour already. But this is my channel. That's why y'all come over to hear me run my fucking mouth. I'm pretty good at it, or I can at least do it for a long time. But with that being said, like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Share it wherever. Share it on YouTube. Share it wherever you can share. Share it on Facebook. Share the video wherever you can share. We want to get more people in here, so I'm not just talking to myself and my 22 subscribers every night. But until next time.
Just me, my lady, I don't need no guys. Ham Squad. Just me, my lady, I don't need no guys. Headed to the top, I don't need no ride. I'm so fly, how fly is he? I can stop now, let the beat just ride. Niggas like, might as well join them. Nothing we can do to defeat those guys. Us with the world like Bonnie and Clyde. She was there when niggas wouldn't loan me a dime. She was there when I was feeling lonely inside. Niggas not real cause it's all in disguise. I can feel the hate cause it's all in your vibe. Diamond in the rough, yeah, start on the rise. Big confidence, that's all on my stride. Money, 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 that's all on my mind. Yeah, see, it's just me and my yo lady. Born all in the 90s, but our soul came from the 80s. I know she'll get on your ass if you ever tried to play me. Got her back, she got my front, that's how